brothers and sisters, children of all ages, waiting for confirmation that it's actually streaming. There it is. Stream coming up on my monitor. True. Got a shine outside. So I gotta say, I guess good things about Shine and Experience sponsoring this broadcast. Go buy a Shine dress, get your advert, get your ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages. Oh, my hair. Look at that. It's all fluffy kind of. I haven't cut it since October. Anyway, I am the Old Humble Guy. We are in my operating floor, the operating shop of the Old Humble Distilling Company. And what that means is we got a bottling day. And today is a very special bottling day because we are bottling up a thing that I've never, ever, ever bottled before. Very limited edition. We're going to have 120 of these bottles. I think I might order another couple of cases of bottles, depending on how much we have left in the barrel when I'm done. But we have a very limited amount of this. Well, you'll see what it is. Let's get a word from our sponsors.
Is your bar looking a little ordinary? Is it lacking something awesome? Well, head out to your local liquor store and pick up something extraordinary. Grab a bottle of Old Humble Straight Whiskey or Old Humble Special Reserve. They're clean, smooth, easy drinking whiskeys that taste the way whiskey should taste. From humble beginnings to an extraordinary finish, Old Humble whiskeys are what your bar needs today. Walk tall, be awesome, and drink humble. Old Humble Straight Whiskey and Old Humble Special Reserve. Get yours today.
All right, and let's kick it over to the live screen. The actual live shot from right here in the shop. This is where I'm going to be doing the work. I have a little bit different configuration of the operating floor today because I just wanted to try something different. So here I am. This is where we're at. You see, if you have a critical eye, you will see that this is set up different than it's usually set up. And that's because I'm using different bottles than I normally use because we have a different product that I've never done before. And to be completely fair, I am succumbing to peer pressure. And that is exactly what's happening with this. I am succumbing to peer pressure. I said I would never, ever, ever, I wouldn't do this. But, I mean, I still haven't told y'all what I'm doing. I said I wouldn't do it, but I wanted to make sure I did it in a way that was, you know, special and unique and related to something that was important. And that's what I'm doing. So our new website, I do have a few really cool announcements. Our new website is up and running. It is a seamless transition from our old website. The only difference is we are now available to sell whiskey in 44 states through our website, when previously we were only available in 34 states. So that's a really cool announcement. I've got some graphics that I'm going to update and ship out and do all the stuff with regards to that. Yeah, I should probably, let's see here. I don't want to mess with that. Thank you, Dom, for reminding people to hit the like button. That is something that YouTubers do that I don't do very often because I do not think of doing that stuff. I need to move. You know what I need to do? I need to move the camera so that I need to move the chat box. The chat box needs to go over here. There. Now you can see better around the distillery. Okay. So where have I been the last month? That's probably a key. That's probably a good way to start this. Where haven't I been the last month? I've been to Victoria. Pretty much the only place I haven't been is Dallas. I've been to Corpus Christi, Victoria, Austin, Cedar Park, Georgetown, excuse me, Beaumont. Geez. And that's just to name a few. Rosenberg. All right, here we go. Look at that. These bottles are not only a different shape, they're round, but they're also a different size. They're 375s. We got to get the air out of the line first. And I think I need to move I need to move that intake valve a little bit because it is at a weird angle. So I will fix that now. Oop, move you over here. So all I'm doing is putting my clamp up here so that my hose is configured in the right direction, so that we don't get a leak in it. So we're not collecting up air. It's acting weird. So what are we putting in the bottles? It's a great question. I'm not going to answer that one just yet, though. Is it the right height? Let me check. These are different bottles, so I'm unfamiliar with the amount that should be in the. Okay, so it's just, yeah, we're right there. That's right about the right spot. This is a different bottling setup than I normally have. Different bottles, different shape, different size. Everything's a little bit different, so I'm a little bit unfamiliar. But, you know, do a few of these and it all gets pretty normal pretty quick. What are these? Oh, these are little, so these are like little labels that you can put on the bottles. I'm not going to use those labels because I've got my own. A little bit more in there. Just a little. That should be enough. There we go. So these are going to be the limited edition, special edition whiskeys that that I have released for our grand opening over the course of April. April is the month of our grand opening. Last time I tried to go live, I had some serious technical issues. My computer just completely died on me. Just completely died. Died to the extent that I felt, hey, cool. That is a name that I don't think I've seen before. Welcome to the party. You have been entered to win one of these bottles that I am bottling today. I haven't done the drawing for the first two winners, the January and February winner, but I'll be doing a drawing for all three of them early next month. Odds are in the favor of members of the channel because they get entered into let's do three more hundredths of a second. To get into the drawing, you get in on chat. You say something in chat. You are in on the drawing. That is how it is. And for each month, January, February, and March, we will make two drawings. The first one is the elimination drawing. The second one is the winner's drawing. Members of the channel get entered into the drawing one time for every $1 of their annual membership. Super chats, you can job the system by adding a super chat as well. If a $2 super chat gets you two more entries into the drawing. So if you want to nudge the odds a little bit, if you're on the wheel twice, then you have a chance of defeating the elimination round, because it's called the Wheel of Doom and Glory. So the Doom is the first drawing, the Glory is the second drawing. The first drawing eliminates you off the wheel. The second drawing wins. So if you do a $2 super chat, you immediately you immediately insulate yourself from being eliminated in the first drawing. If you do a, I don't know, if you get a membership, then your annual membership dues gets you, so it's like a $2 a month, I think, is our super fan level. So if you get a super fan membership, you're automatically entered for 25 drawings. 24 drawings, I think it is, something like that. I got one more box over there. Two more boxes? Got two more boxes over there. There we go. I'm going to move it up 2 more hundredths of a second there. That's good. So these are, so what am I putting in the bottles? This is the peer pressure whiskey. I finally succumbed to peer pressure. I guess I could start with, golly, since the last live stream, I've added probably another 150 subscribers. I've done 160 this month. So there's a chance that the subscribers will be watching this at some point, new subscribers, and y'all have no idea who I am. So I'm the Old Humble guy. I make whiskey. This is my whiskey. I make this whiskey. This is the whiskey being bottled up right now is a rye whiskey, which means it is at least 50% rye, and this particular rye is 95% rye. It has been aged with extra oak staves in the barrel to give it the equivalent of about 7.5 years being aged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of about 7.5 years in the barrel. We bottle it at, typically, we bottle it at 90 proof. This, however, is not being bottled at 90 proof. Oh, Dom, did you hear that? This is not being bottled at 90 proof. I don't want to lose those boxes, because those boxes are what this is all going to go back into. And the camera will be moved over to here as we progress through the evening. So yeah, typically I bottle all of my whiskeys at 100 or at 90 proof, but this one is being bottled at 120 proof. 120 proof whiskey, guy, that sounds like it's how much it is when it comes out of the barrel. That's correct, Timmy. This is what you would call a barrel, a cask strength whiskey. 120.6 to be exact is what it was when it came out of the barrel. I just rounded it down to 120. I gave it a little bit too much nudging when I hit the manual button that one time, this last time. So if you are coming to us from our shorts feed, well, good to have you here. Glad to see you. Glad to have you around. I appreciate it. The shorts is where I do most of my nonsensical comedy crap. Intended to be exposure for the brand. And one, I swear to God, this kid was at least 3 years old. No more than 3 years old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He got mad because I was drinking beer on camera. Really drinking beer. I was going to blast him in chat, or not in chat. I was going to blast him in the comments, but he's just a baby, so it would have been uncool to just unleash name-calling nastiness on a little baby in chat. So I just ignored it. I mean, I think I gave one little comment. I think he said he was gonna report the video. I was like, okay, you do that. It's cool. There are things in this world that I could not care less about, and that is one of those things. Some little 10-year-old with a page full of No Nut November videos like this. These fucking children. I swear to God. YouTube is a weird place sometimes. YouTube's a very weird place. And with all the chitter chatter about banning TikTok, I've noticed a significant uptick in TikTokers coming to YouTube. And I gotta say, it has lowered the quality of YouTube significantly. Having these ding dong dancing ding dongs from the TikTok verse coming over to our YouTube and screwing with everything. And maybe YouTube has always been, I deleted my TikTok a while back. Maybe YouTube has always had the mindless, idiotic, get ready with me videos, but Paul Dunecat. Hey, Paul. Cheers. Cheers and welcome to the party. You have been entered into our special edition drawing. Thank you for joining the party. And three lucky winners are going to get bottles of this whiskey that I'm bottling today. It'd be really cool if all y'all were from Houston, but my hunch is that most of y'all showing up at the chat tonight are not from Houston. So one more time, how you get into the drawing is you just show up. Everybody who's gotten into chat in my live shows, and admittedly, I haven't done as many in March as I wanted to, because I had computer problems. But that's part of what these giveaways are trying to solve, is these computer problems, because all of the money raised through the channel goes back to the channel. Whiskey sales keep the distillery running. YouTube income keeps the YouTube channel running. And those two things don't cross. Well, that was scissoring right there, but those two paths don't cross. I try to keep those two worlds separate. Distillery income and YouTube income. Because eventually, if the time is right and the circumstances become appropriate, somebody may come and try to buy this place from me. And if that's the case, well, I'm definitely going to keep my YouTube stuff separate from the distillery stuff. They've got to be able to, be able to independently monetize them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can buy the distillery, but I'm keeping my channel. Make your own YouTube channel, weirdos. Of course, if the circumstances present themselves and I do end up selling the distillery. Chicagoland. Hey, we're available in Chicagoland, man. Go to oldhumbledistiling.com. I haven't tested this yet. My son was in Chicago in December, too. I've got friends in Chicago. It's a cool town. I like Chicago. I'm not going to go so far as say I love Chicago, because I think I only spent like 2 hours in the city proper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I didn't get murdered, which was very, very disappointing, because I was told that, you go to one of these quote unquote Democrat cities and you're going to get murdered to death. And I didn't get murdered, not even once in Chicago. I was very disappointed. I felt like I did not get the whole Chicago experience. I did get deep dish, which is okay. Sorry, Chicago. Deep dish pizza is merely okay. But I like sauce. So I really did appreciate the sauce. I like the sauciness. But, I mean, come on. It's a bowl of sauce. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, the drawing, the fundraising. The fundraiser. So our drawing for the whiskey, we're giving away 3 bottles. One for January, one for February, and one for March. We're giving away 3 bottles. All right, that overdid it. We're giving away 3 bottles of our whiskey, and the way you get into the drawing is threefold. You show up in chat. Boom. You're in the drawing. I see your name in chat. I write your name down in my notebook. You're in the drawing. Be a super fan, at least a super fan member. First level of membership for the channel, $2 a month. Boom. You're in the drawing again. But this time, you're in the drawing for every dollar of your annual membership. So your $2 a month is $24. I think it's $25. It's like $2 and change. $1.99. It might be $2.50. I don't remember. But every dollar of that goes towards your entries. So if there's, if you're $200, $300, $500, whatever the levels are, I don't even know. It's been so long since I set that stuff up. That gets you entered in, and it carries over for each one of these drawings. So, if you're on there 25 times, you're on there 25 times for January, February, and March until you win. Once you win, I remove your name. Or if you get hit with the doom, the wheel of doom and glory is what it's called. So if the wheel of doom, the first spin is the spin for doom. I'll get to that in a second. So how do you get into the drawing? I got to focus up, kids. Got to focus up. Keep this stuff focused. Okay, so that's the second way. First way is you just show up. Second way, you become a member. Third way is super chat. Throw down a super chat, and boom, you are entered for however much that super chat is. So you don't want to be a member. You don't want to have $2 coming out of your account every month. Fine, I get that. It's the internet. You don't want the internet pulling $2 out of your account every month. Oh, just drop a $15 super chat. Boom, you're entered 15 times. Or a $20 super chat. Boom, you're entered 20 times. Just like that. And we have 2 members that I want to give a shout out to. William Hall and Mr. Jiggs. They have their 25. So they are almost certainly winning January and February. They're almost certainly going to win January. One of them will win January. One of them will win February. Almost certainly. Because they're both 25 entries. And they have by far the most. And then, basically everybody else is going to be competing for, got the same weather these days. Crazy from day to day. And then, so William Hall and Mr. Jiggs are almost certainly going to win January and February. It's not guaranteed because it's a random wheel. It'll spin. They're on it 25 times each, and there's over 100 names. They have there's close to 200, 300 entries. I can't remember. I haven't done the count yet, but it's not guaranteed. But the odds are ever in their favor. So then it comes to March, and then we draw again, and in March we have the third drawing, and the third. That's my phone. What'd you do that for, dum dum? Come on, move over this way. All right. Phone cord could go over the back of the. Okay, so how do we do the drawing? That's a great question. Glad you asked. Happy to answer. The drawing it's a wheel. It's a random wheel. The wheel of doom and glory. You get 2 spins every month. The first is the spin for doom. The spin of doom removes the name from the wheel. You've lost. That instance of your name goes away. Doom. The second spin is Glory. Glory is the winner. Your name comes up for Glory, you get a bottle of whiskey. That's how it's as easy as that. As easy and simple as that. Two spins each month. So if you're only on the wheel once, your chances of doom are just as great as your chances of glory. Well, your chances of doom are greater than your chances of glory because you actually have to survive the spin of doom in order to make it to glory. So I wonder, I think your odds are actually higher for glory than for doom because when the first spin is doom, yeah, and there's more names on it. There's more entries on it for doom because when, hi sunflowers, there's more names on it for doom. So just looking at the permutation of the statistics there, you would remove the name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You remove that name entirely. So once that name goes away, your odds of winning goes up because there's fewer names and same number of instances of you, or the same remaining instances rather. So basically, to insulate yourself from doom, you get on the wheel twice. That's it. You get on the wheel twice. And we will probably have more live streams before I do the drawing. Who's that? My sister texted me. We will probably have more live streams before I do the drawing, but I don't know for sure. I mean, I'm traveling tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and that is the end of March. So, and I still have more whiskey in here. So I may get another box of bottles. I may get another box of bottles and do a few more bottles. Yeah, I think that's probably not a bad idea. Maybe not a bad idea at all. All right. So that is that. Now, time to cork. We're going to cork these bad boys up. Hide the reveal so y'all don't see what I'm doing. All of the stuff here. These bottles come with a little funnel. It's kind of dumb. But I guess these are intended to be like bridesmaids gifts or something like that. Groomsmen gifts, wedding gifts of some sort. So, you buy some whiskey or something and bottle it up for your bridesmaids and groomsmen and stuff. All right, let's move the camera. How much of the distillery needs to be finished? Oh, I haven't done. I haven't done a live stream from the tasting room. It's almost done. The only things left are like basic finishing touches and trim. The distillery's pretty much finished. It is pretty much finished, sunflowers. We'll do a walkthrough, not tonight, but we'll do a walkthrough another night. Yeah, it's largely done. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting. I'm super duper excited about it. Because it looks great in there. It really does. The walls are a nice, rich, dark blue. And these corks go in really easy, which is good. So I don't want to be too tight going into the bottles because it makes it too tough to pull them out. Too tough. I choose you. Me and my scatterbrain going off on Simpsons references randomly. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And I do have my closure machine, but I'm not going to use that because there's only like 24 bottles. I don't need to mess with all that shit. But I will be revealing the label in just a moment, so stay tuned to see what it is exactly that I am putting together. I mean, I've already told you this is a 120 proof rye, aged with extra oak staves, so a cask strength double oak rye. This is old school, the way we used to do it before I got the Glengarry Glen Ross machine. Old school, hand corked. Nothing we do comes easy. Everything we do is a manual operation. We're a 2,500 square foot distillery. About 1,000 square feet of our shop is tasting room, office, and bathroom. That's what's on the other side of this wall here. And I know that panel's missing, but that panel's missing because it has electrical outlets, utility outlets that I wanted to cut into that panel. And then I got distracted to doing something else, and then I haven't gotten back to it yet. So I don't consider that an unfinished portion of the wall, but technically it is. But it's also over here in our operating room. And because it's just in the operating room, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, there's always going to be a little something more to do. And it's always going to be dependent on the resources that I have. And the primary resource is my time or money to buy someone else's time. And right now, I just ain't got the money to buy. I mean, I've got a lot of things that are much more mission critical to the operation of the distillery than worrying about painting the walls here in the tasting or in the operating side of the distillery. That's going to be basically a day's worth of work. And the day of work that I have to dedicate to that is a day of work that I'm not doing, that I'm not on the road, or I'm not bottling, or I'm not not filtering, not doing something in here that needs to be done just to keep this place running. But we're getting really close to the place where I will have people that I can use for that stuff. And I'm building out a little bit of a sales team. I've got a representative in Beaumont. I've got a representative up here on the north side of Houston. I've got a rep. I've got a rep in Austin. And it's really cool because these guys push me. I push them, but they also push me, which is really cool because they're like, we need more shifts. And I'm like, I need more whiskey. We need more everything. Like, you need to get off my ass. That chat box is right over me. Can I turn it this way? Yeah, that works. I think that works. Yeah, so they push me to do more so that I can use them more so that they can make more. I mean, these these are like bona fide, honest to God, good salesmen. You know, who are like, let's do it, let's do more, let's do more, let's do more. And I'm like, slow down, I can't afford to do more. You got to chill out. It's a constant push back and forth. I understand now how annoying salesmen can be, especially as a salesman. I mean, that's not my primary. I never thought that my primary skill set was salesman, but I am learning real fast. In fact, I learned real fast when I was building the distillery that my job is not to make whiskey. My job is to sell whiskey. And now I'm slowly beginning to build a team around me so that I can focus my job back on making whiskey. But the challenge with that is I'm still our best salesman. So as long as I'm our best salesman, selling whiskey is going to be a significant portion of my job. Until such time as I no longer have to worry about that. You know, when all right, and that day is coming very rapidly, and I'm loving that. I'm loving that that day is coming quickly. I talked to one guy. So what we typically do is we give people $20 an hour plus $1.50 an hour or $1.50 a bottle. So if you sell bottles, you can make. I mean, this last weekend, I was in Beaumont and I sold 3 cases of whiskey in 3 hours. So my shift would have been, if I were paying me, $60 plus 36 plus another 18 on top of that, which would be $54. So 60, 100 and 110 for 3 hours. What's 110 over 3 hours? $35? Something like that. $33, $34, not quite 35. The key is just making sure that the stores, my arms are getting tired of shoving these damn things in the hole. Keep shoving it in the hole. All right. You get to see the very manual process. Very, very much how it used to be at the distillery of just cramming it in there. So, current events and stuff. What the hell is going on in Baltimore? Jeez, have you seen the video of that bridge collapse? Holy crap. That was like, I mean, that was unbelievable. Not quite. Huh? How much more of the distillery needs to be finished? I'm not quite sure. Would you like me to look that up for you? Are you using voice to text? Was that Siri who that sounds like an Alexa response. Sunflowers. I am going to get my notebook and update the names on the Wheel of Doom and Glory in just a minute. Gotta see how many labels I got. Not sure. Do we have extra corks? Huh. They packed 2 extra corks. This whole batch, they packed 2 extra corks. Huh. Okay. Next up is the neck seals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All right. So yeah, this is a significant departure from my typical packaging. Bottles are smaller. We're using these full cover sleeves called capsule seals. It was voice to text. I'm not sure. Let me look that up for you. So yeah, these capsule seals are a little bit, they're different than what I normally use. But they're very cool. I like them. I think I like them. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I like them or not. I've sealed up one bottle just to see if it works. And it did. It worked great. I was very happy with the outcome. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we're good. One of these is short by 4. When you use voice on the smart TV, it thinks it says all kinds of weird stuff. I've always been skeptical when it came to the smart TVs listening to everything we say. But I've had some weird experiences. I know that they do geo-located or geo-fenced advertisements, because when we just made a spring break trip to New Mexico. Calm down, it wasn't anything fancy. It was national parks mostly. Went to Carlsbad. Went camping at a state park, Monahans Sand Hills in Monahans, Texas. And then we started getting advertisements for Airbnbs in Monahans on our YouTube, not YouTube, on our Facebook feed, because those are definitely geographically fenced, geo-fenced, as they call it. And that's something that I can do. I've done it before with my advertising. I geo-fence stores and I focus in advertisements on specific stores, especially when I'm about to go do a tasting. I'll do a little social media focus on the area around that store, or I have in the past. I haven't done it lately because that's an extravagance that I can't afford lately. Da, da, da. But things are getting better. Things are getting better. The tasting room is picking up business, or business in the tasting room is picking up. Business in the stores is picking up. I'm not going crazy like I was in December. This is not good. 3, 4. Huh. That's not good. That should be even. No. That's right. Because that one should be right there. So, yeah, this should balance out. I think. Nope. There's 2 in there. Hot damn. I'm not so dumb. I'm not so dumb after all. Still think I'm 1 ahead, though. Or maybe that wasn't the one that was short by. Whatever. What's next? take 2. Is there anything else you need to do to the distillery before it's completed inside? No, not really. Yeah, well, no, that's not true. Yes, I need to decorate. I need to put in some decorations. And there are 4 wall panels that need to have the utility holes cut out. I didn't want to do any of the wainscoting on camera with you guys because it was really super loud. I was cutting through metal, so I didn't want to I was cutting through metal and I was doing it outside, so I didn't want to be all like, hold on, let me go cut this and turn off my microphone and go out there and cut the thing and come back and size it up and measure it and go back out and cut it again and come back in. It just wasn't. I wouldn't have been able to track it with the camera. It just wasn't good live streaming. So I haven't done any of that on camera, but I'm gluing the panels up. I'm getting everything finished. Like the finishing touches is where I'm at. I need to do touch-up paint this weekend or next week. The grand opening starts that first weekend of April. The 5th and 6th is when the grand opening begins. The whole month of April. I owe a media outlet a press release. Oh, I've got 1 extra. I probably have 2 extra in there somewhere because I've got 2 extra corks. But I'm not going to check every single one of these. Oh, there it is. 2 extra. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to check every one of them. I was going to stop right there. But yeah, most of the finishing touches are, it's little, like I've accepted the fact that I'll probably never be fully finished and fully satisfied with what I've done. I do need a Twisted Art lady painting at the distillery. That is 100% correct, Sunflowers. Now I go around the top, around the bottom, and it shrink-a-dinks up just like that. Not very different from my normal labels, but these are a lot easier to operate, to be quite honest. I don't want to screw them up. I think they have a higher heat tolerance, but I don't want to test that. Are we good on camera over here? All right, so the finished ones are going off camera. That's okay. These are very sturdy. They're not falling apart at all. Need to make sure the corks are all the way down. I've got a couple of these where the corks didn't go all the way in. Well, good thing I have 2 extra shrink seals. And I could probably get some more from the store. because these aren't hard to get a hold of. You know what I mean? Literally every single homebrew shop has them. I just like the way they look. They make a very nice presentation. Whoops. Get over here. Get these guys all the way over. They are so much easier than the clear ones. 4, 6. Oh my God, these are way better. All right, I'm changing our packaging. Oh my God. It's hard to screw this up. I mean, I would have to work at it. As long as the cork's down. But with the clear ones, it's a thinner plastic, so it melts easier. But this doesn't melt. At least I haven't melted one yet. Let me see something. I'll be damned. All right. Guys, this is freaking cool. Will you be streaming the grand opening? I will be streaming a portion of it. At least I currently plan to. We have 3 live bands. 3 bands will be playing. 2 have been confirmed. I'm waiting on the 3rd one to do a confirmation before I say anything. But we're going to have 3 bands on that day, on the 27th of April. But the grand opening is being celebrated the entire month of April, every weekend. So 10 days, 10 days of opening celebration in coordination with Major League Baseball's opening day. I'm kidding. That's just a coincidence. But this is the big release. This is the big deal for that day. The special edition cask strength limited run of only 120 bottles, maybe 144. I might do another 2 cases of these. I've still got whiskey in the barrel, so I might. I haven't ruled it out. My supplier can get them here in just a couple of days. What I'm doing right now, Sunflowers, is I'm just sealing the bottles. The corks have already gone in. This is the tamper resistance. And oh my God, this goes so quick compared to the others. I love it. I absolutely love it. But Baltimore, that bridge collapse, that was crazy. So a container ship ran into the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland. I guess it was yesterday. And that thing collapsed, like it went down. That thing hit the pylon, and within, like it took long. The video itself, there was more on the video of that ship going to and eventually hitting the pylon. And it's like a 30-second clip that I saw. It's like 28 seconds was it going up to the bridge, and then 1 second was it collapsing, and the next second was everybody going, "What the fuck?" Yeah, it was wild. I've never seen anything like that in my whole entire life, and I'm old. I saw live TV footage of Jesus Christ being born. That's how old I am. I'm kidding. They didn't have TVs back then. Oh my goodness, I love it. It really doesn't seem like I can burn these up. Bourbon School's in the house. What's up, Bourbon School? You've been entered. Congratulations, you've been now entered, along with everybody else, into the drawing of Doom and Glory for a bottle of this. What is that? Wow. I'll tell you in a second. Let me finish sealing these bottles. I'll tell you this. It is rye. It is cask strength. It is a 375 milliliter bottle. The cask strength was 120.6. We put it on the label at 120. I figure that gives me a little bit of a leeway with the next cask if I do it a second time. If I decide to do it with full-size bottles. We're giving away a January, February, and March bottle of our cask strength rye. The name will be revealed momentarily as soon as I'm done sealing the bottles. And this is an entirely different presentation, an entirely different setup than what I've done with my other bourbons, with my other whiskeys rather. And speaking of bourbons and whiskeys, I have discovered a new pet peeve of mine. And I kind of knew that this annoyed me, but now I know that it annoys me a lot more than I thought it did. People who don't know that Scotch is whiskey, that bourbon is whiskey. Mr. Great Shot, talk about a name I ain't seen in a while. Welcome back to the party, my man. You have been entered into the drawing of Doom and Glory for a bottle of special edition cask strength rye. What's the name of this rye, you ask? Oh, I'm not going to tell you yet. I will tell you when I reveal the labels. Calm down. Everything in time, and time in everything. Speaking of which, I've embraced a new philosophy. It's kind of the same philosophy I've always embraced, but I've finally been able to put a name to it, been able to vocalize it. And it came from, it actually started when somebody asked me if you could repeat one moment, if you could have a do-over of one moment in time in your life, if you could live one moment in your life again and again and again and again and again. If you could repeat one day, one moment for the rest of eternity, what would it be? And that's usually one of those things that, people think about, like their formative moments in their life, the best moments, the greatest achievements, whatever it is. And I got those. I got my mountaintop moments. Everybody does. Finishing my first marathon, birth of your children, your wedding day, meeting that first someone, first kiss, first sex for the first time, whatever. Everybody's got their one moment, right? But I was given the opportunity to actually think about this before I answered it. And I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it. And I started thinking about the moment in Star Trek Generations when Picard meets Kirk. And he sees Captain Kirk, and Kirk is there, and he's like chopping wood in the forest. He's stuck in some kind of time loop, and he's chopping wood in the forest or something like that. And I don't remember if this was the movie or the TV show. I honestly, God, can't remember. I'm not much of a Star Trek person. But he says, they're talking about something, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what. I honest to God, I don't remember the context of the scene. But he says, he looks over his shoulder and he says, I've jumped that creek on my horse dozens of times, maybe hundreds of times, scores of times, whatever. And I never miss. And it occurred to him, he never missed. He jumped that creek scores of times and never missed. And this was like one of his favorite days that he was reliving again and again because he was in some kind of a time loop. Don't remember the context exactly because I'm not much of a Star Trek fan. I was thinking about it in the context of this question. If you could live a day over and over again, what a moment in time again and again, what would it be? Got to be from your lifetime. Tell us about your experiences. And I started thinking about it. The more I started thinking about it, the more I started thinking, I don't think I would want that. And here's why. Captain Kirk gets on his horse and he jumps that river again and again and again, and he never misses. Where's the fun in knowing that you're not going to lose? Where's the fun in that mountaintop experience when you know that finishing success is a foregone conclusion? I mean, a lot of us do things because we know we'll succeed at it, right? You didn't go into your chosen your chosen field of employment thinking you were going to be a failure. You didn't go you didn't hit on the girl thinking you were going to get shot down. You didn't hit on the guy thinking you were going to get shot down. Nobody goes into most things thinking that they're going to fail, but there's always the chance, right? There's always that risk. That's what makes it worth doing, If everything's a foregone conclusion, why bother? Just play it out, right? It's no fun. That's why football is more interesting than wrestling. Because, wrestling is a foregone conclusion. It's a scripted out ballet of some dumb soap opera crap. Sorry if you like wrestling. I don't. I haven't liked wrestling since middle school. And I liked wrestling a lot in middle school. We used to talk about that stuff all the time. Dusty roads, getting beat up and scarred up with chairs, and oh man, that was the good days. But it kind of takes the shine off when you know, or at least it did for me, when you know that they know how it's going to end. You know? At least for me, it did. But if every morning you're opening the Christmas presents and they're the same presents, every day you get up and your kid gets born at 3 in the afternoon, every day you wake up and it's the same steak dinner, 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 and there's no risk whatsoever that that dinner is not going to turn out well. You know, there's no joy in the cooking it. It's just, you're just going through the motions, you know? Yeah, I don't think I would relive a day over and over again. That sounds like a curse. Even in Groundhog Day, Bill Murray's character did something different every single day. He worked on a skill for several thousand iterations of that day and then worked on another skill and worked on another skill. He didn't do the same thing every day. I don't think I would want to live the same day over and over again. I would want to change it up, or I would go crazy. And I think most of us would. Anyway, expect to compete even if I don't know how to do it. Exactly. 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 Great shot. That's the point. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think I would do it. I mean, I think I would go mad if I was doing the same thing again. That's one of the reasons I like this. Is there's variety to what I'm doing. There's you know, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of a production, a little bit of building, a little bit of a marketing, a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of everything. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Sarah, if you please. A little bit of Tina. Anyway, we ready for opening the box? Ready to find out what's going on these bottles? The labels, if you will. So I'm going to have to open this, get it into that machine, and then do it onto the bottles. You ready? Here we go. Drum roll, please, from the audience. How many people do we have on here? Do we have more than one? Is it just Mr. Great Shot? All right, 3 people's fine. I don't care. I was just curious. All right. Box is open. You ready for this? Are we on camera? We're not on camera. We on camera now? There we are. Are we on camera now? I gotta wait for it to catch up. Hold on. Am I in the right direction? Yeah, I think I'm in the right spot. Okay. I'm waiting on my video to catch up to me so I know that I'm in the right spot. All right. Throw this away. The suspense is killing me, old humble guy. Yeah. That's not what's killing you. It's the cheeseburgers. I'm on the wrong side, aren't I? Yep. I'm on the wrong side. I got to go to this side. Oops. Over here. There we go. Over here. Yeah, this is the part where I'm actually on the camera. Right here. We good? We got this? We good on camera? All right, here we go. All right, we're caught up. All right. Here's the big reveal. I'm behind the chat box. All right, let's turn the camera a little bit this way. There, that better? We better? I don't want to be behind the chat box. I want the chat to be over here. So y'all got a perfect view of my big fat gut. We good? That's better. All right. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Live from the Old Humble Distilling Company. Here we go. In 3, 2. Oh, totally off camera. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Put you right up here so I can like look at you. All right. Just you and me. Ready? Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Piece of paper. I'm gonna look at the packing list real quick. Because honestly, I can't remember how many of these I ordered. So I'm kind of curious. Oh, I'm insufferable. Oh, excellent. Okay. I have 240 labels. So I have enough for a whole nother run if I wanted to do a whole nother run. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, prepare yourselves. Here we are. You ready? Black Cat Ridge Straight Rye Whiskey. 120 proof, 60% ABV, 375 milliliters. There you go. There you go, boys and girls. How you like them apples, huh? How you like them apples? How you like them apples? And here's what it looks like on the bottle, fully done. Fully done on the bottle, right there. Douche. Gadoosh. Ba-ba-bum. Beauty, isn't it? Beauty, isn't it? Oi, she's a beauty, ain't he? Ain't it? She's a beauty, isn't it? I am forever happy that I've discovered in it as like a British term. Like that's a thing they do. That's a thing they say. In it. INNIT. In it. I don't know why I'm happy about that, but I am. It just feels like something that needs to be said every once in a while to a person. That's not how it goes, isn't it? Well, that's not what you meant to say, isn't it? Excuse me. Y'all can ooh and ah. It's okay. Y'all are allowed. You have my permission to ooh and ah. That is the appropriate response. All right, I got to get this set up over here. So this is my round bottle machine. My round bottler works a little bit different than my square bottlers. Let's go over here. My round guy works different than my square guy. As you can imagine, it's for different types of bottles. The square bottler goes for the square bottles, flat-faced. Notice also I haven't had the camera freeze up on me. That was part of the technical difficulties that I was dealing with. It had to do with my power cord shorting out and causing problems for the rest of the operation. True story. All right. I need to find my screwdriver. I don't use my round bottler very often, or my round labeler very often. And I've never used it on camera because it is our Flower Moon bottler. That's what I use for the Flower Moon gin. The gin bottle is a round bottle. So, yeah. And usually when I have the Flower Moon here, I've got a crew with me, so I don't want to like put them on camera, you know? Okay, so we go underneath. Underneath, over this, under that. Over here, around and under, I believe. Come here. And I've got this cool little thingy here. Okay, so it goes through here. Up here. Come on. And this is notoriously hard to put together. That's the one thing I don't like about this machine. It's such a pain in the ass to put together. I believe it goes up over here. I don't think I'm not feeding this properly. Damn it, I'm going to have to look up the video because I don't remember how to do it. Oi. It's like installing a new roll of paper towels in the dispenser. I did not upgrade the Wi-Fi. All I had to do was replace my power cord, shockingly enough. All right, let's see what I can find out. BEL. All right, find out how to set it up because they've got it semi-automatic round. There it is. Label the top of the line labeler. Because I don't set this up very often, I am always having to look and see how to do this. ZLA plus setup. This is great YouTubing, isn't it? This is me looking at my phone for a minute. That's not it. This is the one. All right, let's see what it tells me. So it shows it in operation. Okay, so I've got this upside down. It goes over the top. It means I'll probably have to move this over to this side. Well, we'll see. Okay, so it goes over the top, not around the bottom. That's cool. I can fix that. Over the top. But I still may have to flip it around. Over the top. Over this, no, under this thing. Looks like it comes up through here. It kind of goes over this. Goes under here, over here. So I think it goes up this way. Come on. Well, come on. I'm a terrible ambassador for their product, I think. I may have these labels ass backwards. I may have spooled these incorrectly, which means I may not be labeling tonight if I spooled them incorrectly. No, that's not. I got it. Then over here, under here, and through there. And then out here. Yeah, okay, good. And then remove this and move it over here. Oh, gotta get that nut in there too. I just said a dirty thing and it was funny. I said I have to get the nut in there. Ha ha ha, I'm so funny. Boom. Is it backwards? Nope, it's good. It needs to go in there. All right, so I didn't want to get these put in here before I started the stream because that would have ruined the reveal, you know what I mean? But now it just ruined the whole like show. All right. Now this would go here. Okay. Gonna move this back here. There it is. That's about where I want it to go. All right. All right. Now, well, it missed the damn bottle. I think I need to move the bottle further over. Okay, back it up a little bit. Okay, now bottle goes here. Guide goes there. Boom. And just like that, label is on. It appears to be even. Yep, it appears to be even. We'll just stage it up there for now. All right. Now I gotta recalibrate this so it's going the right speed. There we go. Now make sure I need to make sure I turn it off at the right time. There. So as soon as I see my logo on top, I need to turn it off. And I also have it going just a little bit too high. Okay, so I need to make sure I've got the first couple of labels that go on here are always a little bit tricky. They're tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to walk around, that's right, on time. It's tricky. Whoops. Get in there. All right. Now, tighten everything up. So this doesn't walk all over the place while we do our bottling. Okay. Label goes with there. Boom. Perfect height right at the top. I could probably lower it down a little bit, to be completely honest. Nope, wrong way. Okay. Let's see here. That'll do. As soon as the label's on top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's done. All right, let me get back on the show. Monitor my chat one more time. Get back to you. Where are we at? There we are. Open, 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 open. Back to the commercial first. Mr. Great Shot. I should take pictures of the routing and save it to my notes. But I'm not gonna. That would be crazy. That would be something like normal people would do. And I'm not a normal people. You know better than that. I'm going to rediscover it every time I do it. In the same way that I waste time looking for my tools every time I need them. 2, 4, 6. And these are not perfectly straight, but who among us is, really? I need my Allen wrench, which I think is over here. There it is. A very specialty tool for a very specialty purpose. I think it's supposed to go around that as it routes its way out. Yeah, that'll work. I just need to make sure I turn it off in time so I don't have that lip coming out. That's why I told my wife. I said, you need to make sure you turn it off in time so you don't have that lip coming out. And then she beat me within an inch of my life. I feel like it's traveling. No, it's not. It's doing fine. Edgar Allan Poe was born in Baltimore, or he lived in Baltimore. I don't know if he was born there. There was some dude on Twitter trying to talk about how it was the accident at the bridge was a terrorist attack. Ships don't do that. Like, yeah, no shit. That's why it's an accident, dude. Absolutely no indication whatsoever that it was a terrorist attack of any way, shape, or form. Except for in your imagination, I guess. All right, so we're getting a little travel where it's weaving back and forth. And I'm not sure if I know how to fix that yet. Good night, Mr. Great Shot. I will definitely make sure to add you to the list before I sign out to make sure that you are on for one more entry into the Wheel of Doom and Glory, my good man. What time is it? Oof, almost 10 o'clock. That explains why I'm so damn hungry. All right. Now, I'm going to rewind this a little bit. Oh, wrong way. Because I think it's supposed to go over this, under this, around that one, and then through the feeder here. Come on. All right. Get on down there. There. The problem is, my hands are so damn big compared to the spots that they're supposed to go through in here. I can't freaking get them in to where they're supposed to go. There we go. That should do it. That should prevent it from, that should end my little walking problem here. All right. Back it up a little bit. There we go. No bubble. Nice and level. Right where I want it. There we go. I think we're set. It takes a minute to calibrate it, or to get it calibrated the way I want it to be. But once it's there, man, this thing is beautiful. I need to get this. There it is. Uh-oh. What happened? What happened? Oh, no. Oh, no. It ripped off the paper. Well, I'm going to put this one on by hand. All right. Not great, Zaps labelers. All right. Let's see if I can salvage this without having to cut it. Get in there. Get in there. Ow, there it goes. So far, so good. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Night dumb. Night great shot. Did it again. Huh. I wonder why it's doing this. Okay. I'm going to feed this one through. Curious. All right. Not a good look, Nev's ink. I'm not sure I like this. It's almost like the dye cut too far through when they were cutting the labels. Fuck me. This isn't cool. I may not be able to use this machine on these labels. They are breaking apart on me. Let's see here. Well, I wasn't having the problem before I put it through that. Before I put it through. Before I wrapped it around the spacer bar. So I will unwrap it around the spacer bar. Let's see if that solves my problem. All right. I think we've got it. We can start a conversation again. Let's find something to talk about, boys and girls. What do you want to talk about? I got maybe 30 more minutes of this. That's not cool. This is not cool. I am not happy. see if I can get this off of here. So what's happening, I don't know if you can see it, you probably can't. What's happening is the labels are coming off of the paper with the paper. And that shouldn't be happening. So I'm trying to get this paper to not be attached anymore to the label. Uh-oh. There we go. Showed these to a guy earlier today. First thing he said was, "It looks a little crooked." Like, fuck you, man. The best you got to say is it looks a little crooked. Keep your damn mouth shut. Some people. All right. See if this worked. Okay. That one is a little crooked. Ah! It's not the machine, it's the labels. And now they fucking broke again. All right, guys. I think it's time we wrap it up. Nothing I do ever fucking comes easy. Everything has to be a goddamn challenge. Everything has to be hard. That's the way it goes when you run your own business. That's the way it goes. But that label came off okay. So what had happened with my technical difficulties, I alluded to this earlier with Mr. Great Shot, was the power cord was short circuiting, and with the power cord short circuiting, that was causing problems with excuse me, I was getting power surges. Oh, farts. I was getting power surges coming through, which was creating issues with the camera and causing the camera to freeze. And the camera freezing was a direct result of the power surges, the shorting out, the power surges and short circuiting of the power cord. So that's what was happening with my stupid computer. And that was happening for many, many moons. Mostly here. I don't know why it was mostly here. and not anywhere else, but it was mostly happening here at the shop. Here at the shop, mostly here at the shop. All right, back through there. All the way down, come on. I don't know if I buy one of the flat face machines work well. The round bottle machines, not so much. And I say that as I get a perfect label come off the machine. Black Cat Ridge Double Oak Rye. Cask strength rye. Did it again. Just like that. Now, why is it happening there? What is happening to it that's causing it to do this in particular, at this particular juncture? I wonder. I mean, I've now done most of these bottles by hand. 1, 2, almost 3 cases. Out of 10. So what are you doing? Why are y'all doing it? Tell me what's happening. Okay, so far so good. Okay, I think I see what's happening. It's just cut. That's all there is to it. It's just cut. And with it being uneven coming through there, the cut makes it worse. Huh. All right. Well, this is a hell of an endorsement for Zap Labelers and for Nev's Inc. There's always something curious about these labels. Every set of labels I have is some kind of, every set of labels is kind of a custom job, so. That's just kind of how it goes, I guess. Pull this through. Pull it around. But I don't want to go down that way. I want to go down this way. Kind of want to skip that spacer bar there. And bring these around this roller here. Okay. I think if I skip that extra spacer, because that's like a tension bar there. If I skip that tension bar, I think I'll be okay. I think. We'll see. We'll see how many labels I can do in a row without there being a problem. I do have to say though, I have been mostly pleased with these, with all the companies that I use. Even vendors that frustrate me, I'm still pretty pleased with them. And even looking at the materials of this label, they're a little bit different than the materials of my preferred materials, but it feels kind of like a premium label in my fingers. So I kind of like that. Come on. And so help me God, if I have another person tell me to fucking change my labels where they don't have any goddamn skin in the game, I'm going to murder a motherfucker. I am sick and goddamn tired of people telling me to change my packaging when they ain't even got they ain't got no fucking money in this. Oh, you should change it. You know what? You should fucking shut up. That's what you should do. I am so tired of it. Of all the pet peeves that I have being a business owner, it's the people who feel like they have the right to tell you how to run your business when they have zero risk involved. They have put up zero money. They have taken $0 out of their 401k. They have done absolutely fucking nothing. And then they just waltz in and they're like, oh, you know what you should do? You know what you should do? You should build, you should do, you should go, you should get, you should move. You know what you should do? You should give me $10,000 or shut your fucking mouth. That's what you should do. How about that? How about that? How about you quit giving advice that nobody asked for, that you know nothing about the industry that you're speaking of? How about you shut the hell up and don't tell me how to run my business? I'm the one who's risking his house. I'm the one who's risking his car. I'm the one who's literally risking his life to run this place. And you can shut the fuck up. But you know, you can't say that in a store. You can't say that at a business conference. You can't say that at a whiskey festival or a wine festival or whatever. I had a couple of well-meaning ding-dongs who ran their company into the fucking ground, mismanaged it so badly. Two fatal mistakes. They made two fatal mistakes over the course of the pandemic and the recovery from the pandemic. This is going much faster than the machine, but it's because the labels are messed up. I'm going to try and thread this through one more time. Well, no, I still see there's still the dye mark right there. It's still coming through. See? That's the label, the dye mark for the label. That's when the labels were cut off the kind of went a little bit too deep and cut through the actual backing of the paper. Now, that is definitely the most frustrating thing that I have to put up with. You know what you should do? You should give everyone a ruby-crusted mop bucket. You should give everyone $200 every time they buy a bottle of whiskey. My dad, God rest his soul, he was convinced that if I got free pins and strapped the pins to my bottles, then people would buy our bottles more. I was like, Dad, I'm not going to strap a free pin to every bottle. That's shot glass maybe, but not a pin. I mean, come on, Dad. The chat is right on top of me. Is it? If I turn off, yeah, it is. Okay. I'm going to move that chat box to over there. Give me just 1 second. Did that do it? Yeah, that did. I'm actually looking at myself. Right there. Okay. Move back over here. All right. Yeah, but no, that is easily my number one pet peeve. I've had it happen in stores, and you bite your. I try to bite my tongue. I try not to go completely off on somebody who's got well-meaning advice. But the unearned confidence of middle-aged white men, because it's always middle-aged white men. Oh, I take that back. It has been almost always middle-aged white men. One time it was a middle-aged black man. One time it was a middle-aged white man with his wife, a middle-aged white woman. But the unearned confidence of a middle-aged white man who feels like he's the expert on literally everything. Man, it makes you just want to reach out and slap the piss out of him. You know what I mean? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you've been in that situation. And granted, I don't know everything there is to know about the whiskey industry. There's plenty of stuff that I still learn on a daily basis. That's why I go to conferences. That's why I go to Whiskey Fest. That's why I go to these gatherings of Texas whiskey makers and small craft whiskey makers. But there's very little that I have in my business to learn from Jack Daniels, because we're not the same type of business. Jack Daniels is not necessarily a whiskey maker anymore. They produce shit tons of whiskey, but they're a brand merchandiser. They're a brand optimizing company. They sell Jack Daniels. They don't sell whiskey. You know what I mean? They sell the brand Jack Daniels. And yeah, there's something to learn from that. But as far as production and production scale goes, Jesus Christ, we are worlds apart, they and I. They've got systems and processes that I can't touch. I got nothing. They got nothing they can share with me. They got no information that I can use. Like, so what you need to do is buy 50,000 trucks and have it just deliver it to your distributor from your own shop. You load up the truck and send it to your distributor, then your distributor doesn't even have to worry about it. Oh. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I'll do. I'll just load up my trucks and send them to the distributor myself. That's brilliant. Brown-Forman Corporation, international conglomerate. Will they take a post-dated check? Yeah, there was somebody who told me I needed to use a different font because there's no way that people their age would know what it is that I'm selling. How would we know what's in the bottle? We can't read that font. It's too small. Well, you're in the whiskey aisle, for one thing. If you're in a liquor store in the whiskey aisle and you pick up a bottle of something in the whiskey aisle and you don't know that it's whiskey, you shouldn't be in the store shopping to begin with because you don't know how that store works. You don't know how any store works. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's a brown liquor in the whiskey aisle of a store and you don't know what it is because the font's too small? That was easily yeah. I think that was probably the most bizarre unrequested advice that I've ever gotten. You should use a different font. Oh, should I now? Yeah, we know what we're talking about because we just sold our distillery. Oh, did you? You made whiskey? No. Okay. Where were you distributed? What stores were you in? Oh, we weren't distributed in stores. Oh, okay. So your business model and my business model is entirely different. Your business model was entirely different from my business model. And you don't know anything about my company or how we do things, and you're just going to spout off advice like that. Oh, you don't want to take the advice. That's fine. We know what we're talking about because we sold a business. Oh, okay. I'll get right on changing the font size on labels that I've already printed out 100 fucking years ago. Stupid dingbats. We're not invested whatsoever in your success. But here, let me give you some information on what you should definitely do because we're experts at everything because we sold a business. I know why you sold your business because you were bankrupt because you moved the tasting room twice, you damn idiots. Anyway, I'm salty. UPS pissed me off today. So I've been a little rage monkey for I've been under stress. I haven't been a rage monkey. I've been under stress for like 24 hours because these labels were delivered to the wrong place. They came in a week ago and they were delivered with a signature requirement. So they were delivered a week ago. And I wasn't here a week ago. I was chilling in the mountains, loving life 100%, chilling in the mountains. Preparing for the I ICIS, Intercontinental Interspecies, ICIS BF Championship. ICISBF? ICISBF? ICISWBF. Yeah, that's it. ICISWBF. Interspecies, Intercontinental Interspecies World Boxing Federation Championship fight. The fight of a lifetime. So it didn't get delivered because for some inexplicable reason they require a signature for labels. The signature for a sample of whiskey, I understand, because you got to have somebody who's 21 sign for it legally. You can't be delivering to minors. But the guy who delivered it didn't check my IDs, so whatever. I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna have Taco Bell on the way home. So then they deliver it again, and it was requested specifically to deliver to my house because I had work I could do at the house while I waited on these labels. So I'm like, cool, please deliver it to my house. Here's the address. Blah, 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 blah. That's my address. Send it to there. Well, they didn't. And what's worse, when I called them to ask them where they were, they said, well, our GPS says we delivered it to that address. Well, what's the address? Well, we can't tell you that address. Why can't you tell me the address? I'm the person who was supposed to be receiving it. This is the tracking number. What's the address that you sent it to? Well, we can't tell you what that address is. But we can say that it was signed for by Mark, and our GPS says it was delivered to that address. Okay, well, can you tell me why can't you tell me the address? Well, we can't tell you the address for security purposes, for security reasons. You need to have an account. Well, I don't have an account. Well, then the account holder can tell you the address it was sent to. Well, the account holder did tell me the address it was sent to. You need to open up a ticket tomorrow. Fine. I'll open up a ticket tomorrow. So I opened up a ticket tomorrow. The dispatch was supposed to call me at 9 this morning. They called me at 2:30 this afternoon. I'm sorry, not 2:30. They called me at 4 o'clock this afternoon. 4 p.m. They called me at 4 p.m. Not 10 a.m. like they were supposed to, but 4 p.m. And I made a couple of calls this morning. I'm like, maybe they delivered it to the office. So I called up my neighbors up here at the office and said, hey, did you by any chance get a package from UPS for us yesterday? He said, yeah, I got it. I signed for it. Small package. I'm like, oh my God, you are a freaking lifesaver. Thank you. I'll be there in a couple hours to pick it up. So I come in and pick it up. Anyway, UPS finally calls at like 4 o'clock. Many, many hours after they were supposed to call me. And she goes through the whole thing. Our GPS says that it was delivered to that address. I said, okay, yeah, I know that. That's what y'all said before. And what I'm telling you is it wasn't delivered to the address it was supposed to be delivered. And then she starts talking again over me. And so I wait for a second. And by now, that was enough to just kind of piss me off. Their customer service opened up a ticket for a package that didn't get delivered where it was supposed to be delivered. And I could have resolved all this and told them, it's all done and finished it good. We're good. But no, she decided to talk over me. So I let her dangle for a second. And the whole time she's dangling, I'm building up a head of steam because I'm getting pissed. And then finally, she pauses long enough for me to say, I could put this whole thing to rest because I received this package this morning. And if y'all would have called at 10 o'clock this morning and talked to me, you would know that I knew about where the whereabouts of this package was at 10 o'clock this morning. But you didn't call when you were supposed to call. You decided to wait until 4 this evening when it was too damn late to get the product that I need anyway. She said, there's no reason there's no reason for you to start getting upset. I'm like, oh, I didn't start getting upset just now. I've been upset for over 24 hours. Y'all could have resolved this yesterday by telling me where it was delivered, but UPS wouldn't tell me that information. So I sat here stressing out for 24 goddamn hours trying to figure out where my labels were for my special edition project that I'm releasing in a week, but y'all couldn't tell me that information, so we couldn't get this resolved. And then instead of calling me at 10 in the morning, I went off. Instead of calling me at 10 in the morning, you decide you're just going to call me at 4 o'clock at the end of the damn day. And let me tell you, I was stressing about this all damn night long. I barely slept, and this is all y'all's fault. And I thought about letting this go, but I decided I want to ruin your evening. I want this to be on your conscience for the rest of the evening, so I want to ruin your evening, so I'm sharing this with you now. I told the dispatcher at UPS that I wanted to ruin her evening by dropping some of the stress that I had to endure all night long on her. I'm not proud of my actions, but they definitely deserved it. And she said, the language is not necessary, sir. I'm like, not necessary. Well, I'm sorry. She said, the language will not be tolerated. I said, won't be tolerated? Won't be tolerated? Y'all fucked up the one thing y'all are supposed to do, which is deliver packages. You want to know what won't be tolerated? What won't be tolerated is y'all fucking up your job and gaslighting. And by then she had hung up, so. Oh, well. I do hope that I ruined her evening. I really do. She pissed me off. Royally pissed me off. I really do hope that I at least partially ruined her evening. Because my evening last night, I was so stressed out. It fully ruined my evening last night. This is what we did tonight, boys and girls. And I didn't take a sample tonight because I've already had some. And it fucking tastes delicious. It absolutely tastes delicious. This is very nice. This is very cool. The gold labels, the gold bottles. This is a very nice. This is going to be a very nice special edition bottle. $30. We got 3 winners who are going to get a free one of these. And I'm going to load up all these names into my. In fact, I'm going to go get my notebook right now. Load up the names into it so that I do not forget who is entered to win. And the rules of the competition remain the same. Once you win, every instance of your name comes off the wheel. When you lose, just the one instance of that loss comes off the wheel. So, win once, lose, or win multiple times, lose one. No, I take that back. Yeah, when you win, your name comes off. You lose the one instance of your loss. So if you have your name on there 25 times, you're not going to win all 3 bottles. You're not going to do it. You're going to win 1 bottle, Mr. Jiggs. And where'd my blue pen go? Oh, there it is. Mr. Jiggs and Mr. William Hall, y'all will win 1 bottle. That's what you're going to get. And then somebody else is going to probably somebody else is going to win the 3rd. That's just my hunch. And I could say that, based on the numbers. Because we got Mr. Jiggs and William Hall who have 25 entries each. And then everybody else has several, 3, 4, 5 entries each. 20 in some cases. We got plenty of people. And let's get the picture-in-picture on. No, I don't want that one. This picture in picture. Yeah, that's good. Looky there. There we are. All right, let's get these names updated. There's that listing there. Cask strength rye. This is all math pages. All right, we're set. I got the names here. Any more? All right. Let's go to the top. John Longshanks, Tater Dom. We got Tater. We've got Kuhl. We've got Paul Dunecat. Paul. Sunflowers. Do. Battleship Texas is 29,000 tons. The bridge is like 95,000 tons. It was a big ship. Oh yeah, it was huge. It was a huge ship. I'm looking back through old comments, see if I missed anything. Twisted Art Lady painting at the distillery. I would love to have one of those. Bourbon School is listed. Bourbon School is added to the list. Mr. Great Shot. Anybody else? We good? Over the top like toilet paper. No. Yep. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages. Whew. My hand itches. I'm hungry. It is almost 11 o'clock, and I am hungry. And we are going to. I'm going to order up some more bottles. I'm going to do a few more labels. I got another 120 labels on that roll. This was 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This was no 24 times 5 is 120. Yeah. Were those boxes of 24? It was 120. Yeah, it should be at 120. Did I not do? I'm pretty sure it was 120. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 times 5 is 120. 120 bottles. Yeah. I'm going crazy over here. Like I don't even trust my own math. I know what I ordered. I know what I bought. Good Lord. Whew. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, I am tired and hungry and je femme. I'm hungry and I'm tired. And we're going to hit the sack. It's been 2 hours. It's been a good show, good stream. And in a few days, we will do a walkthrough of the distillery, of the tasting room, so y'all can see what it is we've done over there. How's that sound? Sounds exciting to me. I'm excited about it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, it has been awesome. It has been cool. I am going to go to bed now. Cheers and good night. Stay awesome to each other. This has been an award-winning production. Special thanks to our members, Mr. Jiggs and Mr. William Hall. You too can become a member and support the channel and the distillery.